Hello, everyone. It's Yellow Girl here. Grab your popcorn, sit tight, and bear with me. Hey, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Bear With Me. It's your host, Yellow. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. And you honestly should because we're done with finals. Woot, woot. Okay. I'm so happy. I just I feel like this is exactly what I needed. I just needed rest. Okay, I just needed rest, and I have so much time to literally enjoy my summer and just try new things, read more books, maybe try new shows once I finish Modern Family. But anyway, um, speaking of shows, okay, before I start, don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram at Bear With Me Pod. And thank you so much for the love you guys have been giving me. It's been amazing. But can we just talk about old Disney movies, guys? Literally, I was going through Disney Plus, okay, and I was just kind of going through it because I know there are a few shows that are not on there, like Mr. Young. I don't know if you guys remember that show, but it was literally about this teenage boy that was a teacher in his school. And it was so funny. I can literally guys, I can't find this show anywhere. And it's so annoying because it was such a funny show. It's not on Disney Plus. When I put it on Google, it's hard to find where to watch it, and it's just so frustrating because guys, that was literally so good. That show was so good, and now I feel like it's just been forgotten. like I'm pretty sure if I ask my friends, do you guys remember Mr. Young, they will probably, or Teacher Young, I think it was Mr. Young. Let me actually double check because that show was so good, but I'm literally 100% sure it was Mr. Young. But it was a Canadian show. It was a Canadian show, but it was literally on Disney. Wait, it's on Prime Video? Are you kidding me? Oh, you guys will never see me again. Yeah, cuz I know what I'm doing for the next couple days. Guys, seriously, please let me know, DM me if you guys remember this show. It was literally so funny. My siblings and I would literally laugh out loud every time. Literally every episode was hilarious. And this makes me so sad because it's some of these shows are literally forgotten, and if you ask people do you remember this, they won't remember, and it's are you kidding me? This was such an amazing show. It honestly just makes me sad. But anyway, I was scrolling through. Wait, not anyway, because I'm actually not done with that. Another show that is not on Disney Plus is Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. And guys, it makes me pissed that they forgot to add that show because it is my favorite cartoon ever. Okay, I probably have a million pictures of Whiskers in my phone, and if you don't know Whiskers, I seriously recommend just going on YouTube or going, because I mean it's not on Disney Plus, so just go on YouTube and type Brandy and Mr. Whiskers, and please watch it. Please watch it. Okay, I hope I don't have to beg you, but please watch it. You guys will not regret it. I just cannot stress this enough. I am literally an adult, and every time I'm stressed, every time I'm not having a good day, or every time I just want to kind of relax, I will watch Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. Okay? just like I will watch Phineas and Ferb, but it's so different because Brandy and Mr. Whiskers, I've watched this so many times that I literally know every single episode already. My sister and I, we're actually obsessed with Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. And like, we literally know all of the episodes, okay? Like, this isn't a joke. My sister and I love Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. I literally tried going on Amazon and just trying to literally find, like, I don't know, a DVD, something with all of the episodes of Brandy and Mr. Whiskers in my native language because it's so funny, okay? I tried watching it in English and it's just not the same thing, okay? It's just not the same thing. And I am desperate, okay? I'm literally desperate. I really want to find, like, Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. Like, I want all of the episodes in my native language. If you know me, okay, and you're listening to this episode and you want to get me anything, get me this, okay? This is all I want right now, okay? I want this so bad. Like, my sister and I will literally binge watch every single episode every day. Like, the way we're so obsessed with Brandy and Mr. Whiskers is not written anywhere. Like, it's crazy. Like, please help me find it. I like it. Literally, it's just like, it helps me so much. Like, whenever I'm sad, whenever I'm not having a good day, like, I just love the fact that I'm an adult, but I can still watch my cartoons whenever I want. Like, I literally just love that. And just to clarify, some of the episodes of Brandy and Mr. Whiskers in my native language are actually on YouTube, but not all of them. Like, on YouTube, there are probably like 5 episodes, which is not bad. You know, it could have been worse. You know, maybe like 2 episodes or 0. But it's just like, please, like, please. I just, oh my guys, it's my favorite cartoon ever, okay? Like, it will literally make me laugh every time. And I know every single episode already, but it just makes me laugh so much. Literally, everyone in my family, my mom knows how much I love Whiskers. Like, sometimes my sister and I will literally talk about Brandy and Mr. Whiskers, and my mom will literally just laugh at us and be like, you guys love Whiskers? And we're like, yeah, that's right. Like, we love it, okay? We just love Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. But anyway, I was actually going to talk about Disney movies because, guys, again, it's like the 3rd time I try to talk about this, you know, and I literally end up, you know, talking about something else. But I was scrolling through my Disney Plus because I was trying to look for, like, shows, like old shows and, like, movies and things like that. And I saw Halloween Town and Don't Look Under the Bed. Guys, oh my gosh. If you don't know what that is, please go watch it right now. Like, it's a horror movie for Disney, obviously. Okay, let's just say scary. Let me not say a horror movie. Scary movie. And, I mean, obviously we're adults now, so it's probably going to be so scary. It's probably not going to be so scary. But you know what? I have to watch it again because at this point, just because I'm literally scared of anything and everything, it will probably still scare me. But guys, oh my gosh. And it's the way that I literally watched it one time with my siblings. And then we would kind of just talk about it and think about it. And then as I was growing up, I was like, oh my gosh, like, what happened to that movie? I haven't seen it in a while. Like, I really, really, really want to, like, watch that again. And then I never saw it again. And then to literally just scroll and see it on Disney Plus, I was like, oh my gosh. When my siblings and I do a get together, we 1,100% have to watch this again. Because the way that I was terrified when I watched that movie, like, it's not written anywhere. Like, I was so scared. And, like, I can't even, but it was, like, this guy that, like, you know, I don't remember very well, but I remember a few things. So, there were, like, kids or teenagers, but I think mostly kids. And, there were weird things going on. And, they were like trying to figure out like what is going on, like who's doing all these things, like, is there a monster in town, things like that. And, I think the guy was actually was in their friend group. But, he was this black guy with curly hair. And I don't remember much of this movie. I literally have to watch it again. But guys, all I remember, wait, no, I think the actual monster possessed the black guy. Because I literally remember it was like the guy that had such a scary look. And then, but there was another monster with super long nails, guys. I was terrified after I watched that movie. Like, I, the way I can still remember, and this is literally why I'm like, I don't think I will let my children watch, like in the future when I have kids, I don't think I'm gonna let them watch these things because they're not even bad, they're just scary movies for, children. But it's like the way I still remember how it made me feel, and I still remember the scene at the end of the movie. It's like, do I really want my kids to remember that? Like, do I really want them going through that? If that makes sense. It's like, I cannot. I cannot even think about that. And literally just talking about this made me remember another movie, which is Scooby-Doo, which it wasn't like a Disney movie, but I remember my siblings and I also watched it. And it was, because I know there are like literally multiple versions of Scooby-Doo, and my sister actually had the game on her like Nintendo DS. And the movie we watched was about, like, the Scooby-Doo version we watched was the Lake Monster. Guys, the movie with that song, ba 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 ba. Guys, every time my siblings and I watch that movie, we make fun of each other, we laugh out loud. Like, it wasn't that scary, but oh my gosh, I cannot. Like, I literally have to sit with all of my siblings and we just have to literally have a whole day, okay, a whole day to just watch all of these movies and shows. All of the movies. Because I just feel like we need to. Like, we have to at this point. It's a necessity. Like, it's important. It's a high priority task. Like, we really have to sit and just literally watch all of these movies and like literally just think about all the fun times we had watching those movies. Like, we just have to, because when I think about those, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like, I don't even want to watch adult movies. Like, I don't want to. I want to go back to all of the other movies I watched when I was like 7 or 10 or 11. Like, I don't want to grow up. This is the conclusion. I want to stay a child forever, even though I'm not even a child anymore. I want to stop growing up. That's just the conclusion of this. Okay, let's talk about something that literally every time I see it on TikTok or things like that, it literally makes me mad. And I know people will probably disagree with me. But I just have to say this. I want to talk about the fact that people treat celebrities or TikTokers or whatever like they're not normal people and expect them not to have feelings or, to feel bad and things like that. Not to mention the fact that sometimes, they DM them and hate on them and things like that. And then they get surprised when they see it. Because like, oh, they have like millions of followers. They're not going to see my DM hating on them. And then they see it and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And it's like, what are you doing? So Dixie D'Amelio posted a TikTok. I think it was last week. So she was talking about the reason why she doesn't post on social media anymore, or TikTok specifically, because that's where, Charlie and her like pretty much started blowing up or getting famous. So she was talking about how the reason why she doesn't really post anymore is because she doesn't like herself. So it's kind of like the way you see yourself, it's like you think everyone sees you the same way. you know. So she was pretty much talking about how, you know, she doesn't like herself, so she doesn't want to post, she doesn't have the motivation to post anymore and things like that. And then this girl stitched her video and is pretty much talking about how, oh, we made the wrong people famous. And I am not saying that Dixie or her sister Charlie never made mistakes or never did dumb things. They did. And as expected, because they're human, you know, and they're literally just like all of us. But I just hate the fact that every time a TikToker is like, oh my gosh, like I don't really have the motivation to post anymore. Like I don't want to keep posting. Like I don't like TikTok anymore. I don't want to do dancing videos anymore. Some people are like, oh my gosh, you're so ungrateful. Like TikTok is what made you famous and you don't want to keep posting. And to me, it's just like, first of all, you guys don't even, and I don't even know either. Okay, I don't even know either. But just literally based on their reality show that if you didn't watch, go watch. And I mean, literally, this is common sense because literally every celebrity gets hate on social media. But obviously, not everyone has thick skin to handle all those things, you know? People deal with things differently. But what I hate is the fact that people hate on them, do D'Amelios, do whatever, and then once they're like, oh my gosh, like I'm not gonna post on TikTok anymore, I'm gonna take a break, like I don't feel the motivation to post anymore, people are like, oh my gosh, like we made the wrong people famous, you know, you're so ungrateful, yada yada yada. And it's like, what? Like, how do you hate on someone, send them death threats, do a lot of stuff, you know, talk about their appearance, the way they talk, tell them horrible things, and then expect them not to feel bad about themselves or expect them to continue posting on social media? How does that work? Why are people acting like TikTokers or celebrities in general don't have feelings or are not normal people? It's like, why? Like, why are we doing that now? Like, what kind of logic is this? Oh, and then every time like they talk about their mental health, which I've seen before, okay? They open up, they talk about their mental health. They're like, yeah, like I'm not doing so well. Like I'm gonna, you know, not post for a while and things like that. People immediately, you know, start talking about, oh, you're so ungrateful. Like you're a millionaire, you have a lot of money. And it's like, when I see that, I'm like, what does the money have to do with their mental health? Like, why are you pretty much or basically saying that because she's a millionaire, because she has a lot of money, she doesn't get to feel sad? What is going on with this generation? What is going on with social media? Because this is ridiculous. What does one thing have to do with the other? Why do you assume that just because they have a lot of money, they don't get to feel sad or they don't get to, you know, be depressed or upset with the hate they're getting? And these are the people who truly believe that money can fix everything, which, if you haven't noticed, I think it cannot fix everything. Because, you know, it just can't. And to literally see people attack, you know, TikTokers just because, oh, like, you're famous, we made you famous, you know, you don't have to worry about, you know, living from paycheck to paycheck, you have a lot of money, you're in LA. To me, that's just frustration because it's like, you guys made them famous, so why are you hating on them right now? Why? They're just like, why? And it's the fact that some people literally hate on them and then they would love to be living their life. They would love to be in their place. Like, and I think what's worse is the fact that people think that social media is a place where you get to say whatever you want and you don't take any accountability for it. Or, You get to say whatever you want, and there are no consequences to that because you hide behind a fake account. Like, and when I say that, I don't mean someone who has, like an anonymous account to literally just, talk about their life or help other people or literally just tell stories and things like that. I mean, people who create fake accounts to hate on other people, which is very common on TikTok and Instagram. And it's just like, what are you doing? Because this is literally like, and I say it every time, like, if I were famous, I would go out of my way to literally, okay, not every time, but just to show people that, like, you can't literally say horrible things and get away with it. I would go out of my way to find out who the person behind the account is and sue them. Because people need to understand that your words have consequences and you cannot say whatever you want and get away with it. Social media is not a place to literally hide behind an account and hate on other people and say horrible things to them. Those people have feelings. They have feelings. They're just like us. Just because they have money does not mean they don't have feelings or they don't get depressed or they don't get to feel sad or want to take a break from social media. That thought is sickening. It's sickening. Thinking that a millionaire or, someone who's doing well in life doesn't get to be sad. Yeah, it's like, literally, it's like every time they get sad or they're like, oh my gosh, or they complain, people want to attack them and be like, oh, shut up, you have money. And it's like, what? So because they have money, they don't get to feel bad about other things? They don't get to be sad? Like, what? What kind of logic is this? I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, I hope people know that, like, money does not or can't not buy everything. Like, the happiness that you get from buying things you like when you're sad is temporary. It's temporary. You cannot go and buy a car or something you like every time you're sad. Yeah, you bought it, but what are you going to do once all that excitement is, gone? What happens after that? You're going to go buy another car? Because this seems to be the way people think now. Because just because some people have money, they don't get to be sad. What? How does that work? So I honestly just think that, and I know me saying this is not going to change anything and it's not going to change the world, but for the ones that are listening, like, if you do this or you know someone who does it, why? Like, just think twice, because, like, I don't understand. I don't think people understand how sickening this is. Like, you actually go out of your way to create a fake account to attack other people. Like, it's horrible. And honestly, just remember that, like, what you put out will come back to you. So, yeah. It's just, I just literally had to talk about this because I don't understand the way people think now. That just because someone has a lot of money, they can't be sad, they can't be depressed. It's like their mental health is automatically, it's like once you become famous and you have a lot of money, your mental health automatically becomes, amazing, checks all the boxes. You never get sad, you never get depressed, you don't have anything, boom, boom, period. Like, what kind of logic is this? So, yeah, it's very sad to see what social media has become. And, yeah, it honestly became a dangerous place. But I honestly just hope these celebrities are doing okay mentally, because Because I don't know what they go through, okay? I cannot even imagine getting hate or, you know, literally death threats all the time. It's like, I'm literally like 18. I just, my video blew up and I'm just living my life, putting out content, doing what I like, talking about the things I like. Why am I getting hate? Like, why do you hate me? So I honestly just hope they're doing okay, like genuinely. Thank you so much for listening, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you take anything from this episode, just be kind always, because in a world like this, we really need kindness. Okay? Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram at BearWithMePod. And bye, everyone. Thank you. Mwah.